Hello students, welcome. In this video, we will be learning about MTP, then STD and ART, that is Artificial Reproductive Technologies. Let's begin. MTP, intentionally or voluntarily termination of pregnancy before full term is called MTP or induced abortion. Nearly 45 to 50 million MTPs are performed in a year all over the world, which accounts to 1/5 of the total number of conceived pregnancy in a year. MTP decreases the population, though it is not meant for that purpose. Why it's need of MTP? It is induced abortion. When there is a complication in the pregnancy, when the fetus inside the uterus is not developing properly, then this MTP has to, the parents has to take the decision along with the doctor for induced abortion. Because of emotional, ethical, religious and social issues, many countries have not legalized MTP. Government of India legalized MTP in 1971 with some strict conditions to avoid its misuse. Such restrictions are to check indiscriminate and illegal female feticide, which are reported to be high in India. So in 1971, our government of India has legalized MTP, but there are many countries that have, because of the emotion, ethical and religious reason and social issues, they have not legalized MTP. What is the importance of MTP? To avoid unwanted pregnancy due to casual intercourse or failure of the contraceptive use during coitus or rapes. Essential in cases where continuation of pregnancy could be harmful to the mother or to fetus. So as I was telling you, that along with the doctor's suggestions, right, agreement, the person, if it is harmful for the mother, or if the fetus is not developing properly inside the uterus, inside the mother's body, then in such cases MTP has been suggested. MTPs are safe during the first trimester. Now this point has to be kept in the mind. Up to 12 weeks of pregnancy. Second trimester abortions are very risky for female. It may lead to death of the female as well, or any abnormalities in the female's body. Problems related to MTPs. Majority of MTPs are performed illegally. So this is the main point. Misuse of amniocentesis, that is a female sex determination test based on the chromosomal pattern in the amniotic fluid. If the fetus is female, it is followed by MTP. Such practices are dangerously for the young mother and the fetus, and such practices are not good for even for the country, because then it will lead to imbalanced sex ratio in country. So these are the problems related to the MTPs. Now let's discuss about the sexually transmitted diseases, that are STDs. Sexually transmitted diseases transmitted through sexual intercourse are known as sexually transmitted diseases, which is also known as VD, venereal diseases or reproductive tract infections, RTI. Examples are gonorrhea, syphilis, genital herpes, chlamydiasis, genital warts, trichomonasis, hepatitis B and HIV leading to AIDS. Hepatitis B and HIV are also transmitted. Now here, the point that has to be taken in care, the HIV and hepatitis B can be transmitted by sharing of injection, needles, surgical instruments, etc. By transfusion of blood from infected mother to fetus. Except hepatitis B, genital herpes and HIV, other diseases are completely curable if detected early and treated properly. Right, so these three diseases, hepatitis B, genital herpes and HIV, other diseases are completely curable. But the condition is there if they are diagnosed, detected at the early stage and treated properly. My dear students, sexually transmitted diseases are dangerous because they target The target side majority is either your reproductive tract, patient's reproductive tract, or the immune system. If it is targeting immune system, then the person will be vulnerable to the other kind of diseases. So one has to take care during the time of intercourse, during the time of coitus, to always use contraceptive method, proper contraceptive method, to avoid the spreading transmission of sexually transmitted disease. And the best method to avoid transmission of sexually transmitted disease is using barrier method. What are the symptoms? Early symptoms include the itching, fluid discharge, slight pain, swelling, etc. in the genital region. Absence or less significant symptoms in the early stage of infection and the social stigma attached the STD deter the infected person from going for proper treatment. Now this point, the second one is more important. If we see, because of there are certain time, there is less significance of the symptoms, and the second point, the social stigma attached to the STD. There isn't stigma. If a person is suffering from STD, there isn't stigma that he or she is having, the person is not treated properly in the society, and that affect the person's health. So what will happen? The person won't undergo any kind of treatment in the early stage, right? Infected person from going for proper treatment. This leads to complications such as, now what it will lead? It will lead to a complication such as PID, that is pelvic inflammatory diseases, abortions, stillbirths, ectopic pregnancy, infertility, or even cancer of the reproductive tract, right? All persons are vulnerable to STDs. These are very high among persons in the age of 15 to 24, right? The age group of 15 to 24 are being reported with highest number of STD cases. So they have to keep the points in their mind to always use a proper guidelines for any procedure, any act that we are performing. How to prevent it? Avoid sex with unknown partners or multiple partners. Second, always use condoms during coitus. Number third, in case of doubts, go to a qualified doctor, not any other. Don't go and ask to any others, peers and your friends. Go to a qualified doctor. Doctor will always guide you in a proper way for early detection and get complete treatment if diagnosed with the diseases, right? If disease is there, then at the early stage the person will get the proper treatment. So these are the three methods person has to apply, person has to use for preventing STDs. Now to the last topic, that is infertility and assisted reproductive technologies, that is ART. What is infertility? It is inability of a female or male to produce children. The reason for this may be physical, congenital, diseases, drugs, immunological or psychological. The reason can be anything. Our lifestyle, right? Our physical, if a person is not physically fit, internal organs are not fit, the reproductive organs are not fit, then it may lead to infertility. Then congenital, genetics, diseases, any of the diseases occurs, then it may lead to reproductively unhealthy person. Use of drugs and consumption of more and more alcohol, smoking, all these leads to infertility. Then specialized healthcare units help in diagnosis and corrective treatment of the disorders. If any such units if a person is infertile, it's not to worry about it. There are the specialized healthcare units that help the persons to diagnose and correct the treatment of the disorder. What are the methods of ART, that is assisted reproductive technologies? Number 1, IVF, that is in vitro fertilization. Then GIFT, gamete intrafallopian transfer. ICSC, intracytoplasmic sperm injection. Artificial insemination and surrogacy. Let's learn one by one all these methods. Number one is assisted reproductive technology, that is ART. In vitro fertilization is the first one. Here in the diagram you can see, in the figure you can see as well on the content. Let's see. In this method, ova from the wife or the donor and sperm from the husband or the donor are collected and are induced to form zygote. You can see here in the diagram, stimulation of ovaries, eggs retrieval from the ovaries, fertilization of eggs in the lab, embryo culture develop, freezing of the embryos, transfer of the embryos, then pregnancy test is being performed, right? Here it is of two types. Embryo transfer is of two types. Number one is zygote, that is ZIFT, zygote intrafallopian transfer. Transfer of zygote on early embryos into the fallopian tube. Second one is intrauterine transfer, transfer of embryos with more than 8 blastomere into the uterus. So there are two methods, right? Either in the fallopian tube, oviduct, or in the uterus. But you can see here there is a difference of the zygote embryo, right? Embryo in ZIFT it is up to 8, within 8 blastomere, and in uterus it should be more than 8 blastomere. Embryos formed by in vivo fertilization also could be used for such transfer to assist those female who cannot conceive. Second one is gamete intrafallopian transfer, which is known as GIFT, right? Transfer of an ovum from a donor into fallopian tube of another female who cannot produce ovum but can provide suitable environment for fertilization and development. So for whom it is been, donor will donate. Number one step is given, eggs are expired from the ovary, right? Eggs are collected from the ovary, placed in the semen sample, then fertilized embryo or the zygotes are transferred into fallopian tube. Here in GIFT you can say that the donor will donate the ovum. It's been used by the females who cannot produce ovum but has this suitable environment, provides a suitable environment for development and fertilization. Third one, intracytoplasmic sperm injection. A laboratory procedure is in which a single sperm is injected directly into an egg, then fertile egg is implanted into a uterus. So from the word it's been intracytoplasmic sperm. So ovum is collected, right, in the laboratory, then with the help of an injection, sperm is, you can see in the laboratory, with the help of an injection, sperm and ovum are fertilized, then blastomere is formed, and blastomere ultimately it is transferred to female's body, either in the uterus or in the fallopian tube. Next one is AI technique, that is artificial insemination. Insemination, that is semen is being injected. The semen collected from the husband or a healthy donor, it is artificially introduced in the vagina or the uterus of the female. Here in the diagram you can see, number one, stimulation of the ovaries by the hormones. Then ultrasound control the size and number of follicles. Third one is release of an egg from the follicle. As soon as the egg is released, number 4, preparation of semen samples, right? Then semen is injected with the help of semen is prepared in the laboratory. And fifth one is insemination. Now what happens here, ovaries is stimulated, ovary will release the ovum. As soon as egg is available, then insemination takes place. That is, on the day of ovulation, selected sperm cells are injected in the woman's uterus using a thin catheter. Last one in art is surrogacy. Here, a woman bears a child for couple. Here you can see gestation carrier and intended parents. For a couple who is unable to produce children because the wife is infertile or capable to carry, the surrogate is impregnated either through artificial insemination or through implantation, the above techniques that we have discussed, right? gift, zift, all these techniques can be used for surrogacy. So what are the intended parents? The parents which are unable to produce, right, which are unhealthy, which are infertile, like same-sex couples, then heterosexual couples, singles, single woman, single man, right? These can undergo the surrogacy. Here they can donate their gametes, and then gestation carrier can carry the zygote, let the zygote develop into fetus and for entire gestation period. But there are the problems related to art. What are the problems? It requires high precision handling by spatial professionals, and expensive instrumentation are needed. So it is expensive, right? So this entire process is quite expensive, which a normal person can't able to use, right? Therefore, these facilities are available only in few centers. So it's not available for each and every person. Second one is emotional, religion, and social problems. There are many people they are not ready. There are many families who are not ready to undergo the surrogate mother, right? There are the many people who are not ready. For example, in a couple, if husband is unable to produce healthy sperm or a female is unable to produce a healthy ovum, then in such cases, families are there who can't collect, who are not ready to accept the ovum or gametes from other donors. So emotionally, religious and social problems are related to it. So what is the solution for that? The best solution is legal adoption. Legal adoption is the best solution, is one of the best method for couples looking for parenthood, because there are no unwanted children, just unwanted families. So the best option for unfertile couple is to do the legal adoption. So in this case, the child will get the family, and the couple will get the child for it. Thank you.